So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this video episode on how to turn your Android and make it look like an iPhone. Now, if you're one of those people who just hates on iPhones, then goodbye, have a great day. But for all of us who just love customizing and tweaking our Android devices, as do I, and that's why I use Android a lot of the time, is because I love the customization. We're going to turn our Android phone into an iPhone look and feel today. Now I want to let you guys know right out the gate, this is not putting iOS on your Android device. Reason being is you cannot literally put iOS on an Android device because of patents and copyright laws. Now, there might be some way if you're really good at coding and software development and you're a hacker and stuff like that, but if they found out you were putting iOS on your Android device, you would probably get in serious trouble because there are laws around that. So basically you can see that we are going to take applications that you can get directly from the Play Store, and I'm going to show you how I create this, iPhone look and feel. So here are the applications that are required, and I will leave each one of these applications down below in the description area so you can easily just go ahead and check them out for yourself. So the first one is One Launcher, iNoti for notifications, Control Center for quick toggles, passcode lock screen for your lock screen, and then these are optional at the bottom here: iContact for a phone and dialer, Messenger for SMS, and iGallery Style for gallery style. So let's zoom back out here. Now, the first thing you want to do before you go ahead and enable this launcher is go into your settings in your Android device. Well, that's Nova settings, but go into your settings, scroll down until you find applications. I'm going to zoom in once again. Scroll down until you find applications on your Android device. Scroll over until you find all, and then find your launcher that you are using, the current launcher that you're using, whatever it might be. If it's just a stock launcher, just look for stock launcher or launcher. In my case, it's Nova Launcher, so I am going to locate Nova Launcher here real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit clear the defaults down here. So clear defaults. So basically that clears the launcher for me so we can enable this other launcher as our main launcher for the device here. So let me go back home in just a second here for you guys. And put the light more closer to the phone so you could see this. Let's go back home, and you can see now it says to enable your default launchers. You can see I got 1,000,001 launchers down there, but XOS, we're going to put that one. And when we hit home again, it's going to show that that launcher is on, and we're going to hit always. So now we do have the iPhone look and feel. And basically, if that's all you wanted, to just have the icons and launchers look like that, then you're pretty much done here. But another thing I want to mention is that these icons do look very iPhone-like, but they're not going to be quite exactly the same. And once again, I'm going to go back to the reason why. Because, they just can't do that because of laws around, copyright and all that stuff. Those icon designs are actually patented. They're patented. I don't know if I'm saying that right, patented, but patent. And, you cannot, literally copy the icon design. So these are close. They're not quite the same. There's little tweaks here and there. But, it's already looking kind of like an iPhone. So the next thing we're going to go to make it, look even more like iPhone, because right now, if we pull down the notification tray, you still see we still have the Android look and feel. So now we're going to enable this iNoti application. So the first setting you're going to see is enable iNoti. So I'm going to go there, but now you have to give it notification access, which basically is asking for permissions to read your notifications which come in and out on your device. So we're just going to enable it here, hit OK, tick that on. And now you can see at the top of the device, we do have the iPhone notification tray up here. So if I pull down, you can see we do have that iOS look and feel. So not quite the same once again, but nonetheless a lot different than your typical Android look and feel here on your Android device. Now, the next one we're going to enable is the Control Center right here. So if I go into Control Center, you're going to, it says to ask for Pro, but we don't want Pro here. So we're just going to hit Start Service, and you can go ahead and change the background color, reset some shortcuts. You can enable this, and you could tweak this as much as you want, but you basically swipe from the bottom, and now you have the Control Center. Once again, not quite exactly the same, and we discussed why you can't have it exactly the same, but you can see we're already having a much different Android feeling device here. It doesn't no longer feel like stock Android anymore. This is starting to feel very iPhone-like, in my opinion. I mean, you even got the animations of the folders. Now, we're going to enable the passcode lock screen. But the first thing I want you guys to do is go into your settings application and go to where you find your lock screen settings, wherever your lock screen settings are on your device. In my case, it's under security, screen lock, and I want you to turn on none. Reason I want you to turn on none is because if you put a lock screen, a new application lock screen, it's going to read both of those lock screens, and you're going to get this jittery lock screen effect where basically it'll show the first one and then the second one. So it's like two lock screens, and it just doesn't feel real. It just feels very messy. It's just a messy experience. So the next thing you're going to want to do after that is go ahead and enable the passcode lock screen. And you can see mine's already enabled, and you can go ahead and set a pin if you would like on this settings right here. You could set a pin code, but it's asking for pin there. You could set password for this application and ads popping up. You can enable the pin there, and you have many more options here. You could play around that to get it exactly how you want it, the sound and all that. And it asks you a lot of things like, can we go back and rate our app and stuff like that. But you know what? If you don't want to rate it, ignore that. If you do, go ahead and give them a rating. But going over here, if we now unlock the device, you can see we do have the iPhone look and feel here. So basically, if I put the phone down, unlock, boom. So you can see it even has that animation where it flies in at your face, basically. So that's what makes it feel really iPhone like there. You can see right there. Also, you can, play with these folders here. And also, I want to mention, go ahead and download an iPhone wallpaper, such as the one I have behind my icons here from Google, and set that as your wallpaper. That's the iPhone 6's wallpaper right there. Now, for those optional apps we have, they're going to be iMessenger, or whatever it's called. I will leave it down below in the description. But you can see I do have, a very iPhone-like messenger application here now. So we're really getting very iPhone-like. Also, if you get that eye contact, you do have the Apple, icons, and all this iconography and all that kind of stuff. So I did pull up my quick toggles. But if I hit keypad there, you can see very iPhone-like keypad here. So we also have our favorites with the iOS theming, and once again we pull down, it's still looking like an iPhone. So let me go back home, and I'm not going to tell you guys how to move your icons around. Go ahead and play with this and get your icons right the way you want them, nice and organized. And if you guys just play around with this and put a couple settings like the lock screen sounds and just do whatever you need to do, you can go ahead and do that and put it wherever you would like it. And at the end of this, you will have a phone that looks just like an iPhone, feels just like an iPhone. Now, what's different about iPhone is obviously if you go into the settings themselves, you still don't have the iPhone settings and stuff like that. But there probably are apps for that as well on the Play Store. But these were just the core ones that I think could change your experience like that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Share this with somebody who is interested in customization on their Android device. And subscribe to the channel for more technology tips, tutorials, reviews, and all kinds of fun vlogs and everything in the world of tech. And I will catch you all in the next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.